to USAFL Nationals.
I love the fact that all these Americans love this sport.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Silver Lake Sports Park in Ontario, California for the 2022 USAFL National Championships. This is the men's Division I Grand Final between the Austin Crows and the Denver Bulldogs. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthems. First, performing Advance Australia Fair, please welcome from the band Desert Sparrow, Kylie Adams. Oh, wait. And now, performing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome from the San Francisco Iron Maidens, our very own Leilani Cordoba. Thank you, Kylie. Thank you, Leilani. The USAFL, in cooperation with our sponsors Tasmania and Cooper's Beer, welcome you to the 2022 USAFL National Championships. We have played more than 70 games, and now we're down to the final, the showpiece, the coup de grace, the men's Division I Grand Final, once again as the Austin Crows take on the Denver Bulldogs. The Austin Crows looking for their seventh national championship and fourth in a row, and the Denver Bulldogs looking for their ninth and their first since 2011. My name is Brian Barish. It is a delight to be here with you on Go Live Sportscast and here at the ground in Ontario. And I'm even more overjoyed to be joined by the voice of stateside footy and the newest life member of the United States Australian Football League, Mr. Bill Robert. Bill, you always aspire to get to the grand final on the biggest stage, and these two teams are used to being here, and they'll duke it out one more time.
Indeed, the Denver Footy Club's already had some success today as they took the DV3 crown earlier today, and the game you saw right here. And yeah, so two of these clubs we're talking about, if you're talking about legendary clubs, obviously a lot of history there with the Denver Bulldogs, but the Austin Crows have come out, and I remember they were in the running back when I went to my first nationals in Austin in 2011, and ever since then they have just been a force to be reckoned with. And so right now we're going to see two fantastic teams going at it, and basically going for the same prize today. That's a premiership victory here in men's Division I.
And it will be interesting to see. Denver, Austin has not lost a game since 2017 at this national championships, Bill. And they have not lost a game. The only time they've lost in the last 2 years, they've lost twice. And both of those times, it's been to the Denver Bulldogs. Now, the Bulldogs have gotten on the business end of a loss at the semifinals in Division I last year. But there's a lot of great names on both of this sides, including Ben Carpenter-Wanyanwu for the Austin Crows, and also for the Denver Bulldogs, led by guys like Tom Harkness, but a lot of good Americans like veterans Max Eckstein and Adam Wolfsis among them.
Well, I haven't seen him play as a Bulldog, but for a while Benjamin was a member of the New York Magpies, and we actually had him on an episode of Stateside Footy once upon a time, and played a couple of games there. And as far as just looking at the lineups here, once again, you've got some terrific players here. And once again, just going, we saw the Crows earlier today in the game we did, and they just got by in the semifinal. They just got past Golden Gate by a point.
Yeah.
That was a nail-biter.
That is how close we came to having a different national champion. Of course, Golden Gate winning in 2017, the year that LA beat them and beat Austin in pool play to knock them out of contention. That's the last time that the Austin Crows didn't win a national championships 5 years ago.
Wow.
And once again, they can tie the Denver Bulldogs, who won 4 in a row from 2002 to 2005. Of course, all of that is second place overall to what we just saw, the Denver Bulldogs women from 2010 to 2015 and just now with the San Francisco Iron Maidens winning their 6th consecutive USAFL Division I title here today starting in 2016.
So we'll see today, will the Bulldogs get back to their premiership winning form, or will the Crows continue to fly as one?
Indeed. As we get set, the teams are just now taking the field. And I'll tell you what, Bill, I've never played in a grand final. I've only watched grand finals and called grand finals, but there's a little something extra, especially now on the last game of the weekend when you've got everybody across in the beer tent. There's no other games happening right now. You've got all the attention of the world, so to speak. You've got the Bulldog mascot to our left pumping up the crowd, trying to get them behind the doggies and trying to will them into, again, their first national championship in Division I since 2011 when they defeated the Calgary Kangaroos.
I never knew the Bulldogs had a mascot, and I saw the mascot come through yesterday. I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's their secret weapon, I guess. Well, our main umpire is Steve Arnott. He stands in the middle of the ground. He has done more than a share of these. He holds the spirit of this great game aloft. Here is the Men's Division I Grand Final for 2022, and here to get us started is Bill Robert.
Ball goes up in the air, and we're getting down to business. Big punch out there by the Crows, but it's picked up there by Denver. Denver with the Bulldogs kicking the far boundary, and intercept marked there by the Crows. He's just going to play on and bring it right back into attack, and it's coming there, and is that marked? Looked like it was marked, yes. Or is that a free kick? Well,
no,
either way.
It's marked.
It's a mark. Okay. So Denver gets it now, and oh, that is a nice intercept mark there. Or was it? Looked like he had it, but I don't think they paid it. Or maybe they did, but I see a kick. There we go. Intercept mark there. And right now we're watching footy tennis just going back and forth and back and forth.
It's like aerial ping pong, and once again it's picked. Oh, this time he finds a mark. The man in number 2, who is not listed. Well, here we go. We have a player not listed in the grand final.
I think actually that's number 7, Tom Harkness.
Oh, there you go, number 7. Well, he's already on the other side, but thanks, Bill.
No relation to Captain Jack, I don't think.
Well, he'll get you high tonight, especially here in California. And the ball goes out of bounds. Opening minute, no score. Division I grand final. This should be an absolute doozy. These two teams met in 2019. It was Denver's first grand final in 8 seasons, and here they are again, trying to do the deed. The ball comes back in the play, up on the far side now, and some of the Crows down with it. Watching that one is the number 3 in there for Denver, and the ball is cryogenically frozen in there, just like Walt Disney's head, and we'll have a ball up on that far pocket.
Talk about Disney on ice. Anyway.
Don't even need to buy a ticket.
Yeah, that's true. So here we go. The Crows have the kick in now in their back pocket. And he's just going to once again deal it up the far boundary. And intercept marked once again by the Bulldogs. That's number 17, Alex Maybury. Maybury RFD, here we go. And he kicks it going into forward 50. Contest is forming, but nope, nobody gets it. And finally the Crows just bring it, and they turn it right into attack.
Out in the middle of the ground now, Nutty had the football, tried to get that one in. Boom, cash opera, Ben Carpenter, Juan Yanwu went in there, and now we have a giant group hug in the center of the ground, and we'll have a ball up. No score on the Watch AFL score on the scoreboard. It's Division I Grand Final, brought to you by Go Live Sportscast and our sponsors, Tasmania and Coopers. Ball goes into the middle of the ground now. Ball goes to ground off the shins there of the man in Connell Fox. Connell Fox. And the ball gets sent forward inside 50 for Denver. They have the opportunity, shaking for it. He makes a man miss. This is Howe. Howe makes another player miss. Kicks for goal. And the Denver Bulldogs have drawn first blood. 6 points, and the Challengers are on top. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Denver 1 straight 6. Austin no score. That's a big belly punch for the Denver Bulldogs.
That's a huge one, especially when you're watching. Basically, in some of the other matches we've seen, they take the intercept mark, they take a little bit, they let their targets run. These guys just turn it right back into attack either way.
Now the question will be, how will they react? We saw a back and forth game last year between New York and Austin. New York responded to every counterpunch and eventually ran away to a 9 record-breaking victory. Let's see how the Austin Crows react.
Ruck's going to work here, and it's punched out once again by the Crows, but winds up in the hands of a Bulldog, and he's kicking it once again toward the attacking half, and actually he cannot mark it. Trying there, number 36 was Mike Montgomery. Could not take the intercept mark, and the Bulldogs move it further into their attacking half. We've got a whistle, and high contact. It's going to be against the Crows, so free kick there for the Bulldogs. He handballs it off now, and coming in, that's going to go ahead for the sticks, go by one player. Kicked out, and that soccer off the ground may just work, but it is juggled now. And with it there was number 3, that's Daniel Brown. He was brought down, high tackle, and once again, it'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs from center. And he's got it, lines it up now, looks for a target. He might have him. He's got him. He has got his man. I believe that's number 31 there, and that's Matt Howell. And Howell, boy, did he get that one done.
Yeah, he's going to be their key center in the forward line, Bill. He has done such a great job all season, and defenses all year have had really hard difficulty in containing him, and so now he'll have a chance to go back and extend the lead.
Okay, so this could be a gut punch and a slap here if he gets this one. He's taking his run up right now. Probably about 35 to 40 out, gets over the 50-meter line. Gets his run up, gets the foot to the ball, and that looks to be sprayed, and that's not going to make it. It's going to be in for a minor score. So they've added to the lead now on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Denver Bulldogs 1-1-7, 1 goal, 1 behind, 7 points. And so far, Austin yet to touch the scoreboard. The ball for most of the part has been in the Denver attacking half.
The only uglier thing than that kick was probably the Vancouver Canucks old jerseys in the 1980s. They're going to send this one back in, up over the top. Ball comes free, and the ball goes out of bounds in front of the late arriving Aaron Gray.
Oh, I don't know about those. I mean, I remember Dr. Smith from Lost in Space liked those uniforms a lot.
Ball comes back into play once again as the Rucks form and nominate. And we get ready for the boundary throw into upcome. The ball comes spinning back into Cooper's field. Punched down by Stefan Barbar, Black Sheep, have you any wool. And once again, it's like deja vu all over again. A reminder on the Watch AFL scoreboard, 7-0 the score here at the Silver Lake Sports Complex, where the sun has been a rare commodity. It's been cool, it's been cloudy, it's been great footy weather, and it's really emphasized here in this final game. Ball goes to ground. The the ball in there is harder than 12th grader calculus. And ball getting there is the number 2 for Denver. He'll throw that one on to the right. The ball is up high. Who wants it? Everybody. Barr punches it down through the hands of Mr. Christian Merritt as the ball comes to free. And now bootlegging around there is Connell Fox. He's able to get it around, swings that around, but that's a dangerous ball.
Very dangerous.
And Gray
Aaron
picks
Gray.
it off. That was an ill-advised, and that was forced into the pressure. That is a rare mistake from the Austin Crows, and now it is Gray who will go back and try to extend the lead. He stands just inside the 50-meter paint, does Aaron Gray. Strides in, just to the right. Let's go. It is dead center, perfect. Goal to the Denver Bulldogs and Aaron Gray. And on the Watch AFL scoreboard, what is happening? The Denver Bulldogs 2-1-13. The Austin Crows no score. Bill, what is happening?
Well, it looks like Aaron just made the day a little more gray for the Austin Crows. Just coming in with that one once again, but it did start with, it just wasn't a very good kick, and as far as decision making, not the best there, and it was intercept marked easily, and he was in a position where he wasn't that far out and didn't have to worry about the breeze or the wind. Just get a good kick out there and you'll put it through, and indeed they now lead by 13.
Ball back in the middle of the ground once again, and a lot of new players for Austin. We'll see how they react to this. Big swing and a miss there. Now they work it forward. They tackled him without the football, no call. And that one goes inside 50. A whole lot of room in the top of the goal square. Picked up, able to shovel it forward. And here is Austin's first real chance. But there's all sorts of blue jumpers back down there. There's all-world player Ryan Garthright taking down his opposite number 27, and Mike Linehan, his Revolution teammate. And the umpire says, give it to me. I will ball it up. Ball goes in the air once again. The big men rise above me, looking so lovely. And the words of Grillo, we miss you, buddy, as that one is kicked and it goes sailing.
Out on the full.
It's out on the full. And it'll be a free kick because the umpire pretends he's landing up the road at ONT.
All right. And he's landing on an optical network terminal? Anyway,
Nerd.
So we got right now the kick going to number 18 there. That's Thomas O'Sullivan. And if he kicks this through, it'll be great. If not, like the other O'Sullivan, he'll be alone again naturally. Here he goes now, taking his run up from the pocket. And that's bending. Can it make it? It looks like it's going to be almost marked right in front. And then almost a kick there by Bates, but Bates just gets his kick smothered. And then that finally goes in, but that's going to be a single point. So Austin does get on the scoreboard. However, it's just a minor score, a single point. And now they trail by 2 straight kicks on the Watch AFL scoreboard. It is Denver 2-1-13, and the Austin Crows 1-1.
The Austin Crows have entered the chat. They trail by 2 goals thanks to Tasmanian and Coopers and everybody else. And there's Carpenter Wanyanwu wearing number 20, usually wears number 1. He shoves the player out of the way, gives him some room, now sends this one to the top of the goal square. A lot of blue jumpers flying through the air, surrounded by blue jumpers just like Houghton as the ball gets up now, picked up in there, trying to get it out. Watched by Carpenter Wanyanwu, comes out to the near side, marked nicely over the top and done well by the 13. That's Derek Nutty. And Nutty will go in short, and the mark is taken. And now this looks like the old as James Bates takes it. This looks like the Austin Crows of old. And once again, they're linking him up. He finds the 27 in Sharkey, Mike Linehan. He stands 45 meters out, sends this one in towards the top of the square. Mark!
Oh, boy.
He got higher than Joe Cocker, as my Peter Brady impression has suddenly come out after 13 games.
We know when it's time to change.
And the man there is the number 18. That is Thomas O'Sullivan.
Well, the thing there is, in that case, he did get higher than Joe Cocker, but he did have a little help from his friends, too.
Yeah, indeed. Thomas
It's
O'Sullivan.
That's
through. For a goal. Big sausage roll for the Austin Crows. They go on to 1-1-7. It's back to a 2-goal difference on the Watch AFL scoreboard.
1 goal difference.
1 goal difference. It's 1-1-7, 2-1-13 for Denver. That's the score on the AFL, on the Watch AFL scoreboard, and this is the voice of Bill Robert.
In deference to you.
Yes.
Anyway, here we go. They're bringing it back up to center now. Just a reminder, by the way, that these games today and yesterday have been brought to you courtesy of the folks at Go Live Sportscast. We thank them so much for their help in lending us their technical expertise and their facilities and getting these games online once again as we get set to watch this go back at the center. And here we go again. Ball going up and The players getting to business here. Kicking up, one of the players there for the Bulldogs. That's number 6. It's Darren Farinola. And the ball on ground yet. We've got a whistle now, and we've got holding the man, and it's a free kick going to Austin. Austin Crows with a chance to move it right now. What are they going to do here? They choose to go up the wing once again. We've seen a lot of play up the wing today. Haven't seen a lot up the corridor yet, but they're trying to get it to ground now. Comes out. No clear possession yet, although the couple of players going to ground. It's back to ground again. Here we go, and let's see. We've got a whistle, and we've got
in the back.
In the back, so it's a free kick for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs started out, as you mentioned, with the gut punch, kicking in inside 50. Oh, did he pay it? He paid it.
Yeah.
He paid the mark.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. So there we go there. That's number 26 there, and that's going to be
Unlisted.
Nope, unlisted.
We have a few players who do not match up. So 26 here will go back, and he's told to play on. Sends this one towards Godfingers, peeking through the side. Played out the back. Great smother in there by Howell, and Howell's able to get that one through. He tries to pick that up. Howell turns around, a shot for goal. It misses everything. It goes across the goal face and goes out of bounds, just a bit outside. At a boundary throw in on the Watch AFL scoreboard, 2-1-13, 1-1-7. Denver holding on as we have our euchre seats right here in the front row.
Not just the euchre seats, but we've got the drinks with the little umbrellas on them, too. So it comes back in now, and they're trying to just tap it to a teammate, and he is tackled, brought down to ground, and the Crows trying to get out with it right now. There's another whistle, and we got a free kick, and the Crows will get that benefit of the judgment there, and they'll get the free kick right now, and that's going to be going to number 36 for the Crows, who is
Montgomery.
Mike Montgomery. And he kicks it up there. Big reach there, big fly. Number 13, that's Derek Nutty. That was kind of a nutty jump. He actually gets around that tackle, and then it is kicked up the side here. Bunch of players going for it. Looks like the Bulldogs will have it. They'll run it right back. Big handball, though. The handball had a little too much mustard on it, and as a result, goes hot dogging out over the boundary line.
It's like the old chick herd line. The mustard came off the hot dog.
Yes.
Boundary throwing in front of our Go Live Sportsnet camera, Go Live Sportscast cameras as the ball comes spinning back in the play right in front of Bill and I. And in front here, there's Carpenter Wanyanwu. Big tackle incoming. And Stefan Barr has taken his man out of bounds. And I'll tell you what, you sit very close. You may end up with a possession and a tackle, as those folks just found out right now. Thankfully, everybody's okay. Boundary throwing as we do this like deja vu all over again. Slapped forward by Nolan Cox. Picked up defensively by number 3. I think that's Daniel Duffield, sending that one deep and strong. One-on-one contest. Knocked away by Gray. In there after Christian Merritt. Merritt, here's Gray. Slung that one back. That's a throw. No, they're saying low tackle is what was called. Looked like a borderline legal pass. The umpire was closer to that. They call low tackle. Gray will play on.
But he got legged first, and so now they bring it out, and once again they kick it inside 50. Bulldogs looking for a mark. Not getting it, though, as the Crows are able to once again pick off that kick coming in, and now they're just looking to move it coming out. He does take the mark. He does play on, sells a little bit of candy, and kicks back to the midfield. Who's going to get there first? It's a contest, and no clear winner yet, but Bulldogs still trying to move it ahead. It's moving in their direction. He gets hauled down, and I think he's gone. That's ball. Free kick, Crows. So there we go now. Everyone's setting up. He's got their targets lined up. He's trying to get some players in position there, and he just gets it to the boot there. Big, long kick. And there's the contest there. Punched out. Bulldogs get it, but then he is wrapped up and taken down and dispossessed. Crows have it right now. That's number 27 there. That is Michael Linehan. Linehan, okay, kicks up. And a couple of players inside forward 50. And it goes to ground, and here come the Bulldogs once again. Kicks it out, and that is marked there. Number 30, that's Christopher Hall.
Chris in the Hall, I love that show. Little chip kick over the top. No drop down by Duffield, we think. Montgomery stripped and dispossessed. And here come the doggies, sending that one in the pocket. Looks like that's going to get paid downfield. It is. He got taken down afterwards, and it will be a free kick as Kenrick Tyrell is remonstrating with the umpire, and he's not going to win that. Here's Lee McMahon.
High contact, by the way.
55, thank you so much. And it's as it goes in, and we'll have a free kick again. It looks like high contact once again, and the Bulldogs will have a chance to extend their lead on the Watch AFL scoreboard. And just turning around now and taking his time is Cooper Krenkles. I love that kind of potato chip.
Speaking of chips, thank you very much to Peter Holden for turning us on to the goodness of burger rings last night.
Oh, absolutely.
Those are awesome.
Here is Krenkels from 50 meters in front. Little skip step. It is on its way. It's fading left. It saves left, and it passes the Dutchie on the left-hand side and on the Watch AFL scoreboard. The lead is now 7 points. The Denver Bulldogs, 2 goals, 2 behinds, 14 points. The Austin Crows 117, the men's Division I National Championship in the USAFL for 2022.
All right, and the Crows take the kick in from their back goal square. Here we go. Gets it out. Man on the mark gets really close to him, but he's able to deliver a super high kick. Big pack forming there, and no clear winner yet. Wrapped up there by Brian Dragus for the Austin Crows. Remember him back when he played for the Los Angeles Dragons once upon a long ago.
And the Golden Gate Roos.
That's two.
Won a premiership with them too.
Mm-hmm. So they'll toss it up once again for grabs. Ball goes up and hit out almost right to a Bulldog, but it's now loose. Bulldogs will get it though. He'll get it to the boot, and just as he's tackled, he's able to get it, and that's marked. Nope, he actually dropped it, but he's able to maintain control and kick it. And let's see here, that's going to be wide again. That'll be another behind, another minor score for the Denver Bulldogs, but they increase their lead on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Right now, the Bulldogs 2-3-15, and the Austin Crows still at 117.
And it's interesting, Bill. We look at the flags directly across from us. It looks like about a 2 or 3 goal breeze right now that Austin, if it stays the way it has, and this wind has been swirling this entire weekend, that Austin will get the benefit of in the second half. Everybody gets high and gets loose and has a little bit of that sweet, sweet juice, does Nutty as he comes to the near side and finds James Bates. Here's Carpenter Wanyanwu. Big curly cue of a ball.
There we go.
No, he got away with pushing the back. No, there was a great mark, but it was illegal, and it will be a free kick coming out to the Bulldogs.
Kenrick Tyrell.
Now Tyrell was guilty of it. Throws that one up to the left side now, and bounding through, going after to get it is McAvilly, and McAvilly now trying to get it through for Denver. Up on the far side, ball gets handled in the middle. All the umpires that are over in the beer tent wanted a call, and the ones in green, the ones that mattered, said no. Went without the footy, and now everybody is grabbing and doing a little bit of impromptu square dancing, and the ball will be tossed up on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 2-3-15 Denver, 117 Men's Division I Grand Final here on Go Live Sportscast with Bill Roberts.
All right, and once again, ball coming in. Let's see here, and it goes to ground. Bulldogs trying to work it ahead here. Goes to ground, and a bunch of players there. It's a big pile, and I think once again, we've got the game that's half Aussie rules, half Twister, and they will put it back up for grabs. The umpire calls my ball and comes in to collect. And right, it goes again.
Right foot green, left foot green.
That too.
Left hand green.
A Milton Bradley game. And we've got a whistle and a free kick being paid to the Crows. And so now the Crows trying to line up some targets here. And the kick inside 50. Big fly, and he can't quite get it. And let's see, that's kicked through. And there's a free kick now.
Yeah, and it looks like a free kick's going to be given, and it looks like it's going to be given right in front. And it looks like it will be Lord Kenrick of House Tyrell, first of his name. And that's the only Game of Thrones reference that I will give because, let's face it, that show turned into liquid you-know-what after Season 7.
No, the only thing I did was, for a while, we had like a previous game. We had a whole bunch of balls go over the boundary, and I said, this is going to turn out to be Game of Throw-ins.
Never change, Bill. Kick is up on the way. It is dead center, perfect, and we're back to a 2-point game as Tyrell, who has played in a whole mess of these grand finals, shows his veteran experience, the man from the Northern Territory. Watch AFL scoreboard, 2-1-13 to Austin, 2-3-15 for Denver. Back to a 2-point game. That's for Watch AFL. That's for Tasmania. That's for Coopers, and that's for you, Bill Robert.
All right, quick trivia quiz for you there. Tyrell makes them batty. Name the movie.
I know the answer to that. It's Blade Runner.
Yes, it is.
There we go, and there is the halftime siren. What a game this has turned out to be. 20 minutes in the books. The score here at Cooper's Field in the center of the Silver Lake Sports Complex in Ontario/Norco, California. It's the Denver Bulldogs, 2 goals, 3 behinds, 15 points. The Austin Crows, 2 goals, 1 behind, 13 points. This is shaping up to be an absolute classic. And the last time I've seen a game this good at the men's level in Division I wasn't Brian Barish yet. Well, I was, but I wasn't.
You were Philadelphia Hawk, Brian.
I was
Barish.
Philadelphia Hawk, worst player on the 17th best team in the country. Watching from really where we're standing and the wall of noise as the Denver Bulldogs chasing another title against the upstart Seattle Grizzlies. And the wall of noise, Bill, every time that the Grizzlies did something good, the chance to upset the Denver Bulldogs at wall of noise, we might very well hear that again no matter who wins, especially if this Austin Crows team can get knocked off.
Indeed. What a match so far. And once again, we talked about the Crows getting here, and they just got by Golden Gate with 1 point. So this is going to be another one where, kind of like Collingwood this year, just gutting out those really super tight victories.
Before falling in the preliminary final.
I wasn't going to say that.
Mason, I hope. Well, Mason's not listening.
Yeah.
Mason's out there.
Granted, I'm a Geelong supporter, but Mason Cox was nice enough to take a photo with me, so I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Once again, our halftime score, it's the Denver Bulldogs 15, the Austin Crows 13. And we direct your attention now to the area in front of the beer tent where our good friends at Tasmania, with the Tasmanian government, are now doing the women's longest kick competition, the winner of which will get some great prizes from one of our sponsors, Blundstone, and some other gifts as well. And I noticed that, listen, the sun may not be out in the sky, but we've got somebody over there wearing a Seattle Suns outfit as well. And as that goes on.
Seattle?
What's that, Seattle?
Seattle Suns?
Did I say Seattle?
You said Seattle.
Oh,
Suns.
I meant Sacramento. Dude, this is my 13th game.
Oh, no, I know. I'm there too. I know.
Yeah.
I just wanted, before anyone online said, "Hey, it's Sacramento," I just wanted to make sure that
all of Northern California. That's what an earthquake was. Is them yelling Sacramento, as the place may be. That. By the way, that is Liz Danielson, who may have just punted that one into the sun. And she is very good. She's a former USA Revolution player, and she is a very good out the back line as we follow this a little bit. And that's Jenna Typoletti, who has been known to punt the ball more than 50 meters. Did that a couple of years ago. Would have taken second place in the men's competition when we were in Sarasota, Florida. Wow. All right, just trying to get an idea of who we have. Somebody, it looks like Emma Patmore now from the Texas Heat. She's limbering up. Whoop. Oh. Well, Emma, we love you. Listen, we'll tell you that Emma, the gala, she did a really great job graving a number of those name tags that we had. That was all her. Fantastic job.
Oh, boy. There we go.
That's Brandy Machado of the Portland Sockeyes, named to the national team in 2020 and hoping to get back there in 2024.
Well, that kick will help a lot, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and I think that's it. And now we'll have to find out who the winner is. And now they're going to get their picture taken once again. Thanks again to our good friends at Tasmania for sponsoring us. And Bill, before we move on here, I just want to let's go around the grounds. The folks at home might not know, or might now just be tuning in, understanding that we had more than 70 games this weekend and across 6 divisions. It's the first time that we've been back up to 6 divisions since before the pandemic. 40 teams coming here. And it's been an absolutely wonderful, wonderful weekend of footy. We got a chance to call all 4 matches, all 4. I knew you got a chance to call 4 divisions. Yeah. I got a chance to call all 6 divisions.
Nice.
It's pretty great. Now let's take a look at some of the other teams that won as well. In Men's Division 2, an absolute classic as the Boston Demons defeated the Sacramento Suns. The Demons won Division 3 in 2019. Lost to DC in the Division II Grand Final last year. They win Division II this year. They are most likely going to move up to Division I next year.
That should be great to watch. Obviously, in 2019, full disclosure here, doing stateside footy, we're based in the East Coast. I deal with the Boston Demons a lot. And when they won it in 2019, I was watching from my couch at home, delighted that they won it, but kicking myself that I wasn't here. So the fact that we get to call that game here today, and they got it done with such a great experience.
And we'll move through very quickly.
Sure.
Division 3, won by the Denver Bulldogs reserve team over Arizona. Men's Division 4, won by St. Louis/Las Vegas. Women's Division 1, just won by San Francisco. And Women's Division 2, won by the Texas Heat. Second half underway. Here's Bill Robert.
And the ball hit out of the ruck, and right now Austin looking to get the center clearance, but they can't do it. Bulldogs once again right on it, and that's kicked, headed for the ground. It's going to go over everybody, though. No, it won't actually. Nice intercept, Mark. That was beautiful there. It's the number, I believe, 36 for the Crows, and that's Mike Montgomery once again. He kicks it up, and it just bounces off the ground, and kicked into the forward 50. Now Austin looking for some points, and it goes off of a Bulldogs player. Ball goes back to ground. Crows have it now. He is brought to ground, and then that's just soccered, and it's kind of just a little spinny kick, and it takes a bounce, couple of bounces there, picked up there by Samuel Gigliotti, number 9, and then he handballs it off. And here comes the kick from the Crows. Now that is bending, really bending far, and that's going to be, I believe, out on the full.
Yeah, Sam Gigliotti. Giggity-goo. And he, he is there on the national team. Did they pay a mark? I think they've paid a mark here,
okay.
Bill.
Just inside the line.
I saw the goal. I saw the boundary umpire spread his wings, but in fact that's James Bates, and he is at an acute angle. Cuter, not as cute as Hazel Francis Barish, however, as he goes around the corner. The checky, and Austin has hit the front.
Doing the J curve like Jared Fernandez did in the Boston game.
That is a
tough angle, but just curve it around, put it right through.
That's a little Stevie Johnson right there,
absolutely,
I believe.
Yeah.
And the Austin Crows, for the first time today, are have their beaks in front. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Austin 3-1-19, Denver 2-3-15. That's a very, very good mark right on the edge, and a great job by Bates to back himself and go after a shot with a pretty high level of difficulty.
Right, especially since you've had the breeze today, and the breeze has been really unpredictable going from moment to moment here at the ground. And now they take it up once again. Hit out by the Crows, but picked up by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs want to get that goal back really quickly here. Kick goes inside 50 and just gets tapped out there. Who's going to win the race to the ball? Looks like it's going to be, no, it's not going to be one of the Crows. It is going to be one of the Bulldogs, but he is hauled right down, and there's going to be a big kerfuffle there.
Uh-oh.
And I think the umpire's just going to call for it and ball it up. Indeed he is. So not as much of a kerfuffle as we could have thought, but still, it goes up now. The Rucks will go to work once again, and Crows trying to tap it out. Goes off a couple of Crows. Bulldogs scoop it up now, and he's able to handle it. He got legged.
And he knows how to use them.
Thank you. I thought he was going to get pinged for holding the ball, but no, he got legged. It was a low tackle. So now the kick is going to go to number 15 there. That's Thomas Cramery. Probably no relation to Stewart.
Nope.
Okay, so here we go. Cramery with the kick. Right now, the Bulldogs are on 15 points. And let's see, that's going to go in front and still be knocked through there. Crows still have it. They're trying to move out with it. He's able to turn around and handball it. We got another whistle and another free kick going to the Bulldogs. I think it was high contact somewhere. I thought I saw the umpire pointing to his shoulder.
No, it looks like it's a high fend off. Is that what it is?
Okay.
And so the free kick from dead in front goes to Connor Franczak. So Franczak, almost at the same angle that Bates was at, except on the left side, he's on the right side. Franczak will line up, trying to snatch the lead back. Let's see if he goes the check side. He kicks that one. He misses the lot. And, he went for a banana. He ended up with a plantain. And it's gone straight out on the full. On the Watch AFL scoreboard, Austin 3-1-19. And Denver's 2-3-15. Brian Barish and Bill Robert here with you on Go Live Sportscast as we wind down the grand final in the men's division here in the second half of men's division 1. Ball goes to ground. That one is scooped up nicely. Doing a big turnaround and sending that one up high. And ball goes to ground, picked up by Bates. Bates with a long pitchfork handball, looking for Brian Dragus, who has to dig in and go after it. Ball comes to ground. Here is Garth Wright, little shovel handball, finds the man in McMahon. Top of the circle now going for Cremery, who got absolutely creamed and lost the footy. Long handballs out. Whoop, that's a turnover. Just like Uncle Smedley's, that is a turnover. pie. And now back the other way. No turnovers on pies. What am I saying, Brian? Ball goes to ground, and now bodies are flying around, and this one will get finally poked away. And oh, what a great job by Nolan Cox. He picks up the footy all alone. And all by himself is Kenrick Tyrell, who's going to run in.
Miss!
Malcolm Blight, is that you?
No, Schneider from the St. Kilda Saints in 2009.
Oh, my goodness. And the Denver sideline just loved that completely.
You can breathe again, guys.
Oh, send that to Kuda Beans. Well, more importantly, wow, that could have been a back-breaking goal, and it slowly. Listen, that was like one of my Aunt Becky's pound cakes. It completely collapsed. It's 20-15 as they go forward again.
And it's about to come back again because the Crows picked off that intercept mark. And now they have it once again, some space at midfield. He's able to get it to the boot. That was number 2 there. That was, once again, that's James Bates. And the ball going to ground there. Nice little bit of a knock on there, but Bates has it now. Bit of a collision there. Who's going to get there first? It's going to be Cranberry. Cranberry handballs it off. He gets it back now. And then, oh boy, he handballs over the head there. And he gets it now. And let's see here. For a second there, I thought we were going to have to bone up on our marking skills.
We almost got a possession, Bill.
Yes, indeed.
Ball straight out of bounds, and here is the man in 24 who is James Wright. Wright gives the ball. He'll play on. Sends that one off to the right side. Goes inside 50. Denver trying to mark up a little bit better. They got absolutely sucked in and almost paid for it. Long handball there by Marcus Colby. Blinded him with a handball. Wait, that was Dolby. Now comes down in the middle of the ground. Here comes Merritt, and now here comes the Bulldogs, and here comes Duffield, who lost the footy. Goes all the way back to Nutty. Nutty sends that a high arcing ball inside 50. It's almost immaculate reception. Did he make the mark? They call it. They won it. They
Play on.
Didn't get it.
They're gonna ball it up.
And umpire Steve Arnott crosses his arms like the Monsignor, and we'll have a ball up at the top of the goal square of the arc as the ball comes down once again. Going after it now. Here they come rushing through. Picking that one up is Linehan for Bates. Off of one step, goes up over the top. One-on-one contest. Clean bowls everybody. Tyrell looked like he took his man down there, and I think no, they won't call it. It'll be a boundary throw, and watch AFL scoreboard 2015 Austin.
So far, we called that name today a lot. James Bates, you could say he's got more possessions than Linda Blair. As it comes out, and right into the hands of the Crows. It is bending back. Will it make it? No, it won't. Doesn't have the journey, and they're trying to get it out now. Let's see who's going to come in. Nolan Cox going for it right now. He can't pick it up. He's taken down by a couple of Bulldogs. What am I saying? Magpies for? Must have been the Cox thing. Let's see here.
East Coast bias.
And let's see here. Moves up, and once again, Carpenter and Nyanwanyu. Nyanwanyu, yes, indeed. And he kicks it, but it's intercepted there and brought back the other way. And it's going to be brought back the other way again. So once again, we've got footy tennis going on there. 3-2-20, 2-3-16, according to the Watch AFL, 2-3-15, I'm sorry, according to the Watch AFL scoreboard. Going in deep, and that is a key spoil. That is a key spoil, keeping that ball from being marked right and close to the goals.
And Grant Campbell back there, number 5, the Peter Dacos of the USAFL, as our good friend, the former president, Dennis Ryan, used to call him. You cannot catch him out because he will make you pay. 5 points the difference. Swinging it around and sending that one goalward, but tailing off to the right. And a breadbasket catch at the navel taken by Tim Wilson Humphreys. He's been around a long time, won some of those national championships. Goes out the far side now, and it is not taken. Ball goes to ground. Again, that's right. Right goes left, and now sends that one down. There's a chance for an opportunity. Just getting his foot to the ball. Tyrell, and he converts. And Austin has stretched their lead. And once again, Kenrick Tyrell ruling the goal square with an iron fist on the Watch AFL scoreboard. That takes them on the 4-2-26. The lead is 9 points. Denver 2-3-15. And they, much like Christopher Cross, they are riding with the wind, and that's how they've been able to extend their lead, but also the supremacy of Kenrick Tyrell in the goal square.
I was going to say, after Tyrell kicked that goal, hopefully right now the Bulldogs are hoping that their hopes for a premiership don't wash away like tears and rain. Another Blade Runner reference there. See you in 2049, everybody.
Where Ridley Scott is somewhere being very happy. Is he even still alive? I guess he is.
Yes, he is, yes.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't think he was.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Don't
awkward
want to
turtle.
alienate our audience here.
Sorry, Ridley.
And the ball goes to ground after the tap from the center here, and we've got the umpire calling for the ball once again. So they'll just toss it up. So basically we'll do the same thing we just did, except maybe a few meters to one direction. And coming out once again, punched up by the Crows. And they've got a clean clearance. Here we go. Going back in a forward 50. Targets lining up, and it is intercept marked there by the Bulldogs. Once again, some key. Actually,
no, free kick.
Free kick.
It was a push-off.
Oh, boy.
And the Boo Birds are out.
Oh, and actually, he just tossed the ball on the ground. He's getting that 50.
Wow.
Yep.
What a
time wasting, didn't give him back the ball right away, and as a result, the umpire's going to pay the 50.
That is a huge mental error.
Which basically now means automatic. So after that previous miss, they've got a goal, and right here, they're just going to punch this one through. And that's number 5 there. That's going to be Campbell. And Campbell's going to put the Bulldogs in the soup with another goal. Indeed he does.
And he has kicked that one somewhere out near Nevada. I think that's in the direction.
He's
anyway.
done chicken noodling around, folks. Campbell with a goal there. And the Watch AFL scoreboard right now, reading 5 goals for the Austin Crows. And I forgot the behind count. 5-2-32 for the Austin Crows, 2-3-15 for the Denver Bulldogs. And when the Bulldogs started, we're like, what's going on here? Could it be? But finally, the Crows basically, you are who you are. And the Crows remembered they were the Crows, and since then they've pretty much come in and taken the game over.
I mean, they really have. Big fist of fury by Nolan Cox, sent back the other way there by Cremery. The Bulldogs' hearts are still beating, but my goodness, they are being absolutely outplayed, and this is just like last year with them and the Magpies. Again, we said it was a back-and-forth start, but I think the Crows last year, they really took control of the game in that third quarter, and this is kind of where they are early in the second half. But the Bulldogs, they have not given up.
Boy.
That is a dangerous tackle.
Down.
That is Cremery down, and I'll tell you what.
No. Okay, we're getting a little chippy here now.
We're getting a little chippy. That was I would not be surprised if, I would say very, very lucky not to get a card out of this.
I was going to say, because we actually did see 2 yellow cards in the last game between the Crows and the Roos.
Well, they're told to play on. Here is Wolfsis. Wolfsis for the Bulldogs. How appropriate. The left side goes Colby as they tried to dance around, and taking the mark is Ross Wilkinson. Wilkinson goes to the upside now, surrounded by his friends, but not Courtney Cox. And now up the far side now, goes and takes him down. Little shovel pass looking for Francek. Francek comes alive, but not the Crows do as they dumb the far side in front of the Cooper's Beer Tent. Now with a little kick. There goes, is taken down was Linehan. Sharkey more forward, and now back the other way comes the fullback, sending that one deep and long as it goes to the top of the 50. It's a 3-on-2 contest. He's got a big convoy rolling the USA. Chips it out to the near side. Was intended for Gigliotti, but gigged in front of for McAvilly. McAvilly looks to the inside. Going after that is Krenkles. Krenkles got crumpled, and now it goes down inside 50, and now trying to get...
High.
Oh, that's a high tackle, absolutely. As once again, ring around the collar and your whole watch clean. And Bronson Bartell, and we have a whistle. This is all going to come back, and I believe, was it paid? In fact, it was, and they'll continue down the line, the Crows.
All right, and once again, they've got it right now at midfield. With the ball there, that's number 18 there. That's Thomas O'Sullivan again. O'Sullivan with a kick in the forward 50. Nobody but Bulldogs there. But he can't hang on to it, though. And it goes off of his hands and goes through. And let's see. Oh, it doesn't go all the way to the goals. And once again, the back line for the Bulldogs bailing them out as they're moving through. And he is tackled and...
Gone.
Caught. He's gone. He's pinged. He was trying to move. Once again, just trying to move too much in his own back line. You definitely you back yourself to try and move out of it, but...
Well, Tyrell,
free kick, and he can't hang on to it.
I was going to say his head was on a swivel. Oh, that's high contact. And now, how many fingers am I holding up? Well, pay attention to the middle one. Wait.
Well, it's funny because we've seen now a couple of games today. We've seen a bunch of players slow to get up, and for a while there, I thought of maybe updating the scores from the Kaiser Permanente scoreboard.
Here is big bad Daniel Brown. He's the baddest man in the whole dang town. Gives it off, sends this one inside 50. It's going to carry across the face, and I think that has gone through for another minor score on the Watch AFL scoreboard. Austin 5-3-33. Denver are 2-3-15 as we get through, and the Austin Crows, national championship number 7 in 9 years. They're 4th in a row. They're closing in on it. Down the middle of the ground, they go for the number 2 for the Bulldogs unlisted. Going to send that one down, and it's going to get picked off through the middle by, he comes to the inside. A little bit of juke move. Handball over the top looking for Bates. Bates scares this one down and finds Grant Campbell. Campbell on the wing position, commentary side in the center half forwards, goes in, and it's picked off, and that nonsense comes to an end.
All right, and the Bulldogs now trying to, oh boy, that's it. Nope, just, I thought that was headed out on the full, but it just stayed in, and they were able to mark it. Nice job getting to the ball there, and now he kicks it to midfield. However, nobody but Crows there, and that's Connell Fox, number 19, and he's going to get it now pretty much at center. So he's got targets lining up in the midfield. He's going to go for the 50-meter line. Can he get it there? He can, and right now we've got Campbell on the loose, except the other player beat him to it, but here we go again. Bulldogs trying to get something going there, and we've got a whistle and a free kick. Free kick paid off the ball.
Yeah, it looks like he got pushed, and this one's going to come all the way down. And this is, I believe, going to be a free kick for the Crows. They're remonstrating there with the umpire. That's McAvilly.
Yeah, Denver right now, the player holding his head like, I could have had a V8.
Here is the 5, which is Campbell, who sends that one across, and it stays in play up on the far side, and then it's cleared. Oh, Carpenter Wanyanwu with a tackle there. Play on, says the umpire. They send it back from which it came.
That looks like it's got to be a goal.
And there is the cherry on top of the delicious sundae that is this game. I don't see any of the Rioli brothers, but what are you going to do? And the Austin Crows are going to win yet another bloody championship. On the scoreboard, the Watch AFL scoreboard, they go on to 7. Was that a goal? Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was a goal.
Yeah, sorry, I saw everybody coming out. 6-3-39 to 2-3-15. I saw everybody just kind of drifting, and I went, wait.
Yeah, nope. And he comes out once again, and Bulldogs, he's got it to the boot, even though he was wrapped up in the tackle. And nice spoil once again. Oh, he loses his footing. Bulldogs move it ahead, still playing. And here we go. That's a big kick headed for the goals. That looks, it's going wide again. So it's a scoring shot, but it's not the scoring shot they were looking for. And as we make another check to the Watch AFL scoreboard now, the Denver Bulldogs sit at 2-4-16. Obviously, the Austin Crows 6-3-39.
Insert your U2 reference there. Out to the near side, and the mark is taken by Bronson Bartell. No relation to any of the, well, maybe he does. I don't know. Of course, he's named after a very famous person, Charles Bronson. Or Bronson Arroyo. Breadbasket catch by Bates. That's for you as a Red Sox fan, Bill. Out to the near side.
Yes,
go Phils. As now here is a little chip into the middle of the ground marked by Gigliotti. Gigliotti, it takes the mark in front of Francek. The Crows were just counting things down. Out to the near side. Ball off the top and goes out of bounds in front of our cameras. And before we are remiss, let's once again thank our good friends here at GoLiveSportsCast.com. Kelly and Frank and all of the talented camera people and producers behind the scenes who have brought you this action over the course of the weekend. Sending that one forward is Maybury RFD, and he is picked off, and back the other way come the Crows. We're just counting down to another premiership, Bill.
All right, Connell Fox with that one there, and he's going to get the boot to this one. Nice big long kick, end over end. The pack is forming, and no ball winner yet. Does go to ground, but the Bulldogs have it now. Quick handball. And he's just standing there, gets a handball now along, and he just is juggling it and can't speed up, almost takes out the camera guy. And once again, we'll have a boundary throw in there as it goes out of bounds.
Almost came right into your living room. Do people even still watch? Well, I guess maybe, I don't know.
I still do. That's why I actually have a computer in my entertainment center for that purpose.
There you go. Ball goes to
Soon
ground.
to watch AFL, by the way. Our
Yeah,
sponsor.
yeah, there you go. Merritt was taken down. The umpire hugs himself because he's good enough, he's smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like him.
That's pushed down,
and
and that's
pushed down. And it's going to be a free kick. And I'll tell you what, that's a lot of frustration right there. And McMahon is very lucky that he didn't get yellow card. We've seen a couple of instances, I think, where it's been very, very close, Bill, that a number of these players have not gotten sent off. Ball gets set up high. Tyrell. Pay that.
That previous push, you could almost say it was without Merritt, but Merritt was there in the middle of it. So,
And he'll send that one inside to the top of the goal square. And it's marked defensively. They've fended off a couple of these chances. Unfortunately, it's not been enough to overturn the result. And once again, there's McMahon who takes the catch, hi-oh, in front of Gigliotti. Out to the near side where it's marked by McAvilly. Once again, the Bulldogs are stringing these together, but they're going to run out of time and run out of real estate.
That's it.
And that is it. And ladies and gentlemen, for the 7th time in 9 years and for the 4th straight USAFL Nationals, the Austin Crows are the 2022 USAFL, the Men's Division I National Championships. And once again, the John Harrell Trophy will spend the year in the capital of music, Austin, Texas.
I'm sure people from Nashville will be disputing the capital of music thing, but
well, I'm sure the people of Austin will shout a little louder. They'll also bring that cup.
Indeed.
And Bill, a great game, a really good game for the first half, but the Crows just too good. Mm-hmm. And Tyrell, just the forward lines taking over. Great play through the midfield, and there you go.
It was like what someone once said about the Green Bay Packers when they were winning Super Bowls in the late 60s. There's no deception to their game. There's no trickery. You can't stop them. And, obviously they've had a record of many years, and that's that. And let's see here. We've got okay.
Yes.
We've got a quick message here.
Yeah, well, our quick message is to our friends and fans here at Ontario, here at the Silver Lake Sports Complex, to head south towards the yard, which is where we will have the awards ceremony, which we will have for our folks at the ground. But once again, the final score: the Austin Crows 39, the Denver Bulldogs 16. The Austin Crows, the 2022 USAFL Men's Division I National Championship. And Bill, that's a pretty good end to the weekend.
Great capper.
Great capper. And once again, we'd love our fans here to show our appreciation for the other champions. The Men's Division II, the Boston Demons, winning their second title in 3 years. How about in Men's Division III, the Denver Bulldogs? Some consolation that their reserve side takes out the D3 title. St. Louis and Las Vegas, two teams that were breathing their last seemingly, have come back to take out Men's Division IV. And then, of course, the women's side, the San Francisco Iron Maidens winning their 6th straight championship, tying the record of the Denver Bulldogs. And how about the Texas Heat with players from, I believe, North Star Blue Ox going on to win Women's Division II. It's been a fantastic weekend.
Well, you were talking before about you got to call games from all 6 divisions. I got to call games from 4. Basically, I got to call as many divisions as the Denver Bulldogs brought teams.
That's fantastic. And you know what we must say as well, thank you so much to Coopers, to Tasmania, to Aussie Sports USA, to Fiji Airways.
Yes.
Get your tickets in if you're here at the ground. Get your raffle tickets. Win that trip to Australia from LAX via Fiji. Thank you to all of the sponsors. Thank you to Go Live Sportscast for Kelly and Frank and everybody. Thank you so much. You make us look so good. You are fantastic. Thanks for doing it again. And also, I want to thank Peter Holden for doing such a fantastic job with the women's games. Troy Thompson from World Footy News. Let's see if I can remember. Tom Ellis and Jimmy House and April Lewis. Dan Sarbacker. April Lewis. Lizzie Sawyer. Lauren Skonechny. Mackenzie Adamo. Donnie Hess, and also our moral support back here, Stacy Robert. Stacy, you're a life member in my book, too. You get just as much credit as he does.
Well, she's as responsible for a lot of it as I am, so absolutely.
And
yes, absolutely.
And our thanks once again to Paul Plugger O'Keefe and Rich Mann for starting this thing all the way back in 1997. It's really amazing, Bill, and I've been around for about this is my 14th Nationals, 15 if you count, and I count the virtual one because I hosted the darn thing.
Right.
It's amazing to think of how this is. What is the league going to look like in 2032 and 2042? But we've come such a long way. And I just am so glad to be here, and I'm so thankful to get the opportunity to call next to you and everybody else.
All right. Well, Brian, thank you so much for having me here. It's been a lot of fun calling all these games.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's great that we get to end it with you and I working together, because we talked about, of course, myself becoming a life member, doing stuff with Stateside Footy, and you were the very first friend of Stateside Footy. The first email I got from someone watching the show was from you, and it started a friendship that's basically held through ever since.
Well, so. I'll tell you, and I tell you this in love. The first time I heard you call a game, my first thought was, "Who is this jabroni?" but it's an absolute honor, and we thank all of you for listening. Once again, if you're here at the ground, if you could make your way south through the gates towards the backyard for the after party and for the awards ceremony, we would be forever grateful. And Bill, I've done 261 USAFL games. You're one of the reasons that I've gotten the chance to do it. Thank you so much. Thank you to Bill. Thank you to everybody in the truck. Thank you. I don't know. Thank you, George Harrison. Why not? Just like Jimmy Buffett.
Okay, I got one too. Thank you, Dennis Cometti.
Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. And we are signing off here. Thanks again. Go Live Sportscast. Check us out at USAFL.com. On Facebook at facebook.com/USAFL, Twitter and Instagram and YouTube at USAFL 1997. For the cast of 420,000 people here in Ontario, California at Silver Lakes, this is Brian Barish wishing you a pleasant good evening.